What's up, guys? Drew here, and let me go ahead and get it out of the way. I am in my living room today as my studio is still not ready for me to film in. It's fine, but it's just full of stuff that doesn't belong in there, and there's not enough room. Having said that, I am not going to talk about anything going on with regards to the hurricane in my normal videos. My videos I put out on Fridays, or my pagan challenge videos, anything like that. Me and my family are really striving for some sense of normalcy and some sense of control in a situation that's really beyond our control. And my channel is one way that I can do that, that I can get back to normal. So I will have other videos specifically for talking about the hurricane and what's going on with that. So without further ado, this is my T video for the 2018 Pagan Challenge, and T is for traveling through the chakras. I think it was last year. It's been a year or more already. I discovered that I do this, that I sort of travel through the chakras. I discovered it unintentionally. I was thinking back on the past few years, well, not even a few years, several years, from the time I sort of awakened on my path, awakened to my path, to that time that I was in that moment, this time last year, a little earlier than this time last year. And I started to think about the time after my mother died and everything that went on in my life. And I realized I was firmly in my root chakra for several years. Mourning her death, mourning the death of another friend a couple years later. The year after she died, my mother died, we bought this house, our first time buying a home. And so we were getting everything ready, sort of nesting or what have you. But I was just very firmly in my root chakra. And then I thought back to how it had been right before that, when I was in my crown. The further back I went, I could see the transition between what I was doing in my life and how it corresponded to one of the chakras and how I moved through them. And the part that I found sort of the most amazing was that I was traveling through them in order. Right now I'm in my heart, and actually I might be transitioning into my throat. I've been debating that over the past couple months. But I can look at the different things that were going on in my life during these times and see how it really directly correlates with one of the chakras. And like I said, I was in my root for several years and only in my sacral for maybe a year. I wasn't in my solar plexus for even a full year. So the time that I stay in them varies depending on what is going on in my life. And I really do find it fascinating that I go through them in order. I could see going, equating a time in your life with the chakras. But for it to go in order like that is really, it kind of blows me away. This is true of me. I apparently travel through my chakras, which is very helpful to know. And I think it's probably true of other people, but I guess that's for each of us to discover on our own. But discovering this last year has given me a deeper insight into myself and a better understanding. And I can kind of be more on the same page with myself energetically and spiritually, and the cycles that I'm going through. It is the very reason that I started keeping track of everything. Like I didn't used to. I didn't write down my tarot spreads and readings, and I didn't write down even my spells. I just did them. And now I do. I write down everything because I'm trying to notice all of the patterns and all of the cycles in my life so that I can be more in tune with myself and be more successful at manifesting and just being happy and being authentic and being where I need to be when I need to be there. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. That's my tea video. It's kind of weird, but thanks as always for listening. And until next time, much love and gratitude.